Welcome back. Let us now look at practice questions under SURDS. So in the previous video, we just looked at SURDS generally, the rules of SURDS, how to rationalize. Yeah, I hope you are done with that video. So now here we're going to do some practice questions, and I also hope you checked out the video which I said, the mega tips. Yeah, so please, you have to check that out. If you don't, you might not understand how some things will be moving here. Yeah, so we can get started. They're telling us that given that root 8 over 1, or root 8 plus 1 over root 6 minus 1 is equal to this. Find the values of A and B. Okay, so we start with what we know. So we have root 8 plus 1 over root 16 minus 1. So here we can simplify the denominator before we even rationalize. So don't focus first on this part. First, you are just going to rationalize, and then we compare with what we get. So let's say root 8 plus 1 over root 16. You know very well that the square root of 16 is 4. So while there is root 16, we can put 4 actually. So 4 minus 1. And 4 minus 1, we know it's 3. So this means that we know what's in the denominator. So the denominator is just 3. Yeah, here. So 4 minus 1, 3. So now at this point, want to put this in this form. Yeah, so there's actually no need of rationalizing actually. Yeah, so here now we just have to think. You think of how you're going to end up with a form like this. Yeah, so remember, practice makes perfect. If you can never solve many examples, you never know how questions will come. Yeah, so now here we'll just say we have root 8 over 3 plus 1 over 3. Yeah, so let's have a side lesson. So remember your grade 5 work. So here, if you have, let's say, 2 over 5 plus 3, let me say 1 over 5. So whenever you see the same denominator, it simply means you can add what's on top. This will be 2 plus 1. Yeah, and then you even get your 3 over 5. So it's the same if we have x over 3 plus 1 over 3. Here, same denominator, meaning we can just do whatever is on top. So we have x plus 1. Yeah, so this is x plus 1. Just from the numerators there. Yeah, so and then from here, the reason why we have looked at this is so that so let us work backwards. So like in this case, we can actually separate because we can see we have 2 things on top. So we can just actually write this as x. We're going to say we have x over 3 plus also 1. They are sharing the same fraction, 1 over 3. Yeah, so this is what has happened also here. These 2 things are sharing the same thing, the same denominator. So we can just separate them. Yeah, so I have root 8 over 3 plus 1 over 3. And then we can also simplify root 8. We actually did this in the previous video. So root 8, by now you know that it is just root 2 over 2. Yeah, so but for the sake of those who might not have checked it out, this is just 4 times 2, and this is just root 4 times root 2. So here, what is the square root of 4? It is 2, and there. So meaning that square root of 8 can actually be written as 2 root 2. So that's what we're going to do right here. Yeah, so I hope we're moving together. So this will be square root of 8 is just the same as writing 2 root 2 over 3, and we have 1 over 3 there. And then remember, the question says we write in this form. Yeah, so almost there. So at this point we just say 2 over 3. So this is 2 over 3 root 2. We haven't changed anything here. Plus 1 over 3. Yeah, so we can see what the question simply wants. It wants us to know what is the number in front of root 2. So from here we can already see that, okay, so this will be our A. So we want it to be in this form, minus B. So we can already see that this is our A and B is 1 over 3. Yeah, and then this was quite tricky though, because they said it should be in the form minus B. Here we have a plus. So we can actually do something. This will be 2 over 3 root 2, and then we say minus negative 1 over 3. We haven't changed anything much. Negative times negative is positive. Yeah, so now at this point we now have the form which they want. They wanted us to write in this form A root 2 minus B. So we even conclude therefore A is 2 over 3. 2 over 3. And B, so the minus is here. This is the minus. B is negative 1 over 3. Yeah, so that's how you go about this. So if the question said we write it in the form, let's say root A root 2 plus B, we could have just ended right here. We could have ended just right here because we have a plus. But since we didn't have a plus, we had to think of something. So minus and minus. Yeah, so let's do some more examples. Okay, so let's have a look at this interesting question. So we have, they want us to express this in the form of that, where P and Q are real numbers. We also state what P is and what Q is. So here we have root 3 minus 1 over 1 plus root 3. Okay, so the first thing we're going to rationalize. Yeah, so let us rationalize the denominator. So do we remember how to rationalize? We just say we rationalize by the denominator, meaning we have 1 minus, since here we have a plus, meaning on top should be minus, on the other side it should be minus. Yeah, so we have this. So here we have a plus, meaning the conjugate of 1 plus root 3, it is 1 minus root 3. And then from here we just multiply. What is root 3 times 1? And also we are going to multiply what is root 3 times root 3 there. So let's get at it. So root 3 times 1, it is root 3. And then root 3, so here I have a minus. Root 3 times root 3, it is 3. So we explained this. So what is negative 1 times negative 1? Negative 1. And then negative and negative there we have a positive. 1 times root 3, it is root 3. over here we have the difference of two squares. Remember from the video for mega tips. So this is just 1 squared minus root 3 squared. So root 3 squared. So this is how you multiply. So if you want, you can just say 1 times 1, you write 1 times 3, you write again, you go root 3 times 1, you write root 3 times root 3, you write. Yeah, and then now from here we're going to say we add like terms together. Yeah, so you can see we have root 3, and then we also have another root 3, and then we have negative 3 and negative 1 over 1 squared is 1 minus here the root cancels with the power, so this is 3. So when we simplify, root 3 times root 3, it is 2 root 3. This is just the same as saying x plus x, you get 2x. Okay, so and then from here we say negative 4 over 1 minus 3, it is negative 2. So we've rationalized, we've simplified, and then we're not done simplifying. You can see that we can divide throughout by 2. We can simplify this whole expression where we say we can say we divide everything by 2, so that at least we can have a simple expression. So when we divide 2 into 2, it's 1. Yeah, so we're just going to write root 3, or if you want you can say 1 root 3 if you are not okay, minus here 4 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2, it's 2 over negative 1. 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Yeah, and then from here what are we going to have? Okay, so we're just going to take this answer of ours on top there, so that we can compare it with what they want. Okay, and this is the answer which we got when we rationalized this. And then from here we can get rid of the fraction. So like this negative it's going to come here. So this is just negative root 3 minus 2. Negative root 3 minus 2. Yeah, so you know very well that if we had something like this, root 3 minus 2 over 1, we can just ignore the 1. Now it becomes like this. But here we have a negative, so the negative can't just go away like like it didn't exist. So the negative comes here in front. So this would now look like this: negative root 3 minus 2. Oh, here plus, negative and negative there plus. So our final answer is like this. And then they said we express this in this form: P plus Q root 3. So here you can see already that P is just 2. P is 2, and Q, the number in front of the negative, the number in front of root 3. So this is root 3. So what number is in front? It is here negative 1. It is negative 1 there. So if there's nothing, you just know that it's 1, and then we get everything all together. So this is how you can solve this. So let's look at even tough questions. Yeah, so let's proceed. Okay, and then the next question is this. Oh, and I'm very sorry for the music in the background. My neighbor. Given that b is equal to that, they want us to express this in this form. Okay, so how do we go about it? We just have this b, so before we even do anything, we can simplify beta. Yeah, so this is beta. So 2 plus root 8. So when you get to practice a lot, you always know that where you have root 8 is root 2. Yeah, so it's the same with square root of 32. When you practice more, you always know that where you see root 32, it is 4 root 2. Yeah, so this is a product of practicing. Yeah, so where it comes from, you already know that 32, it is just 16 times 2. Yeah, so this means we have 16 times 2 there. So square root of 16 is 4, and we have a root 2. So remember, practice makes perfect. You might not get it at the first time, but keep on practicing. So root 8 is just 2 root 2. Yeah, so you know where this is coming from. So now this is our beta. This is our beta like this. So what's next is we want to express this in the form of that. Yeah, so we can write b. So b plus 1 over beta, and that's what we have. So let us substitute. Where there's beta, we put 2 plus 2 root 2 plus 1 over beta is 2 plus 2 root 2. And then we can express as a single fraction. So here meaning we have over 1. So 1 times this, it is 2 plus 2 root 2. And then we kind of cross multiply on top. So what is 2 times 2? It is 4. 2 times 2 root 2, we just multiply with what's outside, meaning 4 root 2. Plus, we multiply for the other part. We've multiplied 2 with both of these things. So now, let's multiply this other thing with this and that. So let's start. What is 2 root 2 times 2 there? It is 4. You just multiply what's outside and what's outside. It is 4 root, here, 4 root 2. Yeah, so 2 times 2, that is the 4, and then the root, it comes here down. Plus, we've multiplied with this, and then let us multiply with that. So again, yeah, so we're going to multiply with this. We multiply what's outside. What is 2 times 2? It's 4. And then the roots also, we multiply them, yeah, because here we now have a root and a root. So root 2 times root 2, I explained it is 2. And then from here, we just work on simplifying. So what we're going to get is what are we getting here? Okay, and then by the way, you always have to be careful. Questions like this, which require you to do a lot of calculations, when you are very fast, you can make a mistake. So we've multiplied everything here. So now let's multiply with this. So 2 times 2, that is the 4, and then the root, it comes here down. Plus, we've multiplied with this, and then let us multiply with that. So times everything here. We've multiplied them. And then don't forget, we also have to multiply this and that. So 1 times 1, that's 1. Yeah, and then from here now, we can simplify. Let's write the like terms of 4 plus 4 times 2 here, it's 8. Plus we have a 1 plus 4. So plus plus 4 root 2 plus 4 root 2. So this is over 2 plus 2 root 2. So from here we just now add the common things. So what is 4 plus 8 plus 1? That's 13. Plus, here we learned the rules of SURDS. We know how to add. You just say 4 plus 4, it's 8. And then we have a root 2. So this is over 2 plus 2 root 2. Okay, so this is our expression when we combine. So let me take you back to the question so that you see where we're coming from. So what we've just done, we have written it in this form. We have written it in this form here, like this. B or beta plus 1 over beta. That's what we did. And then we make it as a single fraction. So after we're done with that, let us now write it in this form, meaning we need to rationalize. Yeah, so let me just bring this up. Yeah, so this, let's take it up and then we rationalize. Okay, so there we have it. So now from here, let us simplify. We're going to express it as a to express it in this form. We just multiply by the conjugate. We're rationalizing the denominator. So this is 2 root 2. We have 2 root 2. Yeah, and then here we just say minus. And then from here we start multiplying. What is 13? So you see this 13 is going to multiply with 2. It's also going to multiply with negative 2 root 2. Yeah, so this is like that. So let us quickly multiply. What is 13 times 2? We know it is 26, minus 13 times 2 there, it is 26. We have a root 2. Plus, we come here, this times this. 8 times 2, it is 16. And then we have a root 2. Minus 8 times 2 there, it is 16. And then root 2 times root 2, that is 2. Over, here this is the difference of 2 squares. We talked about this in the video for math mega tips. So root 2, and then also this we square it. Yeah, so here you can see we have 2 and root 2. 2 and root 2, so meaning you just square one thing and you square the other thing. In between we put a minus. Yeah, and then from here we multiply. So this will be I wanted to skip now. Yeah, so but we can just go step by step. So 26 minus what is the like term? It is this one here. So 16 times 2, we know it is 32. Minus 26 root 2 plus 16 root 2 over 2 squared, that's 4, minus 2 squared, that's 2. Yeah, 2 times 2, it is 2, and then this root will cancel the power, so meaning the 2 will just remain. The power, the root which it had, it has been cancelled. Yeah, so I will just continue now simplifying. Yeah, so let's take this on top. So we continue simplifying. Here we say what is 26 minus 32? It is negative 6, minus 26 plus 16, or negative 26 plus 16, that's negative 10, and we have a root 2 over what do we have here? Oh, wait, so this doesn't make so much sense. So here we have 2 times 2, that's 4, and we cannot say 4 minus 4. If we get 0, then this is undefined, so we might have made a mistake. So we can just quickly go back and check where things went wrong. Okay, where? So if you are in an exam, you have to go step by step. You see, are things really okay? So we made the mistake here, so we didn't. So here we have a power 2, so 2 squared, it is 4. So here I was supposed to write 4, yeah, and return 2, so this is supposed to be 4, and then everything else is just okay. Yeah, so now we're going to simplify from here now. So take note that this is normal, but you shouldn't be making a lot of mistakes, especially when you are practicing. Yeah, so ensure that you practice so that you know, even if you are fast, you are not making so much mistakes. Yeah, so just be careful. You can think that you have written the right thing, but what is in your mind and what you have written. So 26 minus 32, that's negative 6. This one, negative 6. And then negative 26 plus 16 is negative 10. And then we have a root 2 over. So this is 4 times 2, it's 8. Meaning we have 4 minus 8, which is negative 4. Yeah. And then from here we just say, you can see we can divide by 2 throughout. We can divide by 2 here, by 2 there, by 2. So now we're going to say 2 divided by 6, that's 3. And then you can also see that we have a negative throughout. So meaning, let me just make you understand. Over 6, we're going to divide by negative 2. Also here on 4, we're going to divide by negative 2. Also on 10, we divide by negative 2. So the key thing, we're just simplifying. 2 can go everywhere. So this would have been negative 3 minus 5. But since we have a negative throughout, meaning the negatives will cancel. So this is 3 minus 5. It is having a root 2 over, in 4 when we divide by 2, it remains like that. Yeah, so and then this, we can separate them. This will be 3 over 2 minus 5, 5 root 2 over 2. Yeah, so I've expressed it in this form. So you can see this is A, this is A, and then we have a plus B, B root 2 there. Yeah, so meaning our A, you conclude, you say A is 3 over 2, and then B, it is negative 5 over 2. So here the thing, the coefficient of root 2 is 5 over 2. Yeah, so this we can write it like this. So that's how you'd answer. So I hope you've followed through. So remember, practice makes perfect. What makes the exam hard is when you come across something you've never seen. So at least when you practice more, you even see how questions come. Yeah, so let me even give you an example of an exam question. So look at this. So from solving this, it's just exactly like the other one there. So this is how an exam question will look. The same thing we should know, but they'll twist it a little bit. So we had beta is equal to this, but now they are saying beta is equal to that, and then just the same things. So this is your work. Try working it out. So let me just start for you. Beta is equal to 8 plus, remember here we thought of ways of simplifying. Yeah, so like here they had put for us root 2, but in this case they haven't even put, they have just said root c, meaning you have to simplify this. What you get under the root will be the value of c. So how you can simplify this, you just have to start thinking like, okay, what can I really do here? So what two numbers can you multiply to get 147? So this would take up at least a bit of your time. So remember, but if you come across this again, you even solve it very quickly because you've practiced on it before. So here you can just start guessing like, okay, what about 47 times 3? Is it going to give me that? So when you do 47 times 3, you are getting 141. Yeah, it was close, but want something that will give us 147. Okay, 47 is not working, or 47 times 3 is not working. What about times 2? What are you going to get when you multiply 47 by 2? It's 94. Okay, so this is not working out. You try, what about 47 times 4? You're trying out things. You get 188. So 47 is not coming out. So what else can we try? You try thinking, okay, what about 49 times 2? Let's see what it's going to give us. So you quickly do 49 times 2, it gives you 98. Yeah, so this is 98. Yeah. Okay, what about 49 times 3? You try 49 times 3, it's 147. Even sigh like, oh, finally. So meaning while there's 147, you can just write 49 times 3. Yeah, so you can write it like this. So I've given you this. So the reason why you are going through this video is so that your eyes are opened. So this is 8 plus root 49 root 3. So this is 8 plus square root of 49, it's 7 root 3. So I've simplified b. So this means that b is 8 plus 7 root 3. Yeah, so now what is remaining now is for you to say b plus 1 over b. This is beta. So it is just exactly like what we are doing here. So on beta, you say 8 plus 7 root 3. Last I can solve everything for you. Hello Nish, I said I'm just giving you a start. 8 plus 7 root 3. So here you just make as a single fraction over 1. You multiply, yeah, you can make a single fraction. and then now you just continue. So in the end you're even going to see where the C it is just 3, and then you have to work out A and B. So this is how exam questions come. They'll come in different forms. If you have never seen something like this, you won't have where to start from. This is the importance of practicing. So actually, you have seen that in the video for set theory, we looked at set theory, and then there was another video for practice questions. Also SURDS, the video for SURDS is only 19 seconds, but look at this video for practice questions. So you have to really spend so much time practicing. So now let's do another question. Okay, so we can now go through this. Yeah, so I'm just going to do 2 more questions, and then at least you can practice more on your own. So here we have been given this thing. They want us to express it in this form. So what do? You simply start simplifying slow. So here I'll just simplify from here. So the power 2, we can just say 2 power 2, that's 4. So let me write this. 2 power 2, that's 4. And then the 2 the power will cancel with root 5 there. So meaning we just remain with 5 plus root 5. So this, 4 times 5 is 20. So we end up having 20. And then from here we can now rationalize the denominator. So we're going to say 20 minus root 5 over 20 minus root 5. So I think it's very clear here. Plus it will become minus. So 5 will multiply this and that. So what is root 5 times 20? It's 20 root 5 minus root 5 times root 5, it's 5 over 20 times 20, that should be around 400 minus 5. So this is the difference of 2 squares. Always remember, this simply means 20 squared minus root 5 squared. So remember, this is the reason why I had to give you that short video clip on the math mega tips. 20 root 5 root 5. The only difference is the minus. We have plus here, we have plus and minus here. So this was just the difference of 2 squares. So we just continue simplifying at this point. So what are we going to get? We're going to have 20. What was this? This is root 5. Yeah. So we have 20 root 5. 20 root 5 minus 5 over 395 when we subtract these, and then here we can divide throughout by 5. So what answer are we going to get? 20 divided by 5, it's 4. 5 divided by 5, it's 1. And then 5 divided by 395, it's 79. Yeah, so we can have a quick side lesson. So under set theory, I gave you something useful when you are simplifying under rational numbers. Let's say you have a number such as this. Let's say 3116. So if you're expressing a number in the form of a over b, you remember the rational numbers. these things. Yeah, so for those who didn't check out the video, you can also go through. So if you are expressing a number in this form, it would be wrong if you leave your answer just like this. Mathematically, you have to simplify. So I gave you a hint that you can know if you can divide by 2 by looking at the last digit. So if the last digit is even, then you can divide by 2. This number ends with 4, meaning if you divide by 2, you are not going to have a remainder. Even here, you are not going to have a remainder because it's ending with a 6. So if it's ending with, as long as the number is 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, any number that ends with any of these, just know that 2 can go into there. So I just thought of mentioning that, so that also here, in case, for you to know that a number is divisible by 5, as long as it ends with 0, or if any number ends with a 5, it is always divisible by 5. Yeah, so any number that ends with 0, it also ends with 5. Then you can divide by 5. Yeah, so this is the answer that we get. Yeah, so 4 root 5 minus 1 over 75. And then to make it more similar to the standard form, we can separate. This will be 4 root 5 over 79 minus 1 over 79. Yeah, and then we can actually rewrite this more properly. 1 over 79 plus 4 root 5 over 79. We've just swapped this one, it goes in front. Yeah, so this is the final expression that we get there. So and by the way, it should look like this: 1 over 79 plus 4 over 79, 4 over 79, and we have a root 5 here. Now when you just multiply, you know that it will come on top. So therefore our A, it is negative 1 over 79. This is A. So that is our A. And then B, the coefficient of root 5. So you conclude, you say B is 4 over 79. Yeah. So anything that is in front of root 5, that is our B. Yeah, so I think we've done much now. This is quite enough. So let me just do another one. Okay, and then we can have something like this. Here they just say rationalize the denominator. So you should never be intimidated by a question. So we have 5 root 2 over, so we can simplify the denominator. Root 2 plus 1 squared, meaning it is root 2 plus 1. So it is now your job to start multiplying this by that, again this by that. When you are done, you also go to 1 times 2, again 1 times 1. Yeah, so but there's that shortcut which I showed you, root 2 plus 1. So I'm going to use my shortcut. So for you, you can multiply 1 by 1 if it is more simple. Yeah, so you just say what is root 2 times itself. That is the shortcut. What is root 2 times root 2? You just remain with 2. Root 2 times root 2, it is 2. Plus, you multiply these, the two of them. What is root 2 times 1? It is just root 2. And then since we've multiplied two numbers, it means or multiply by 2. Yeah, so please, I hope you've watched the video for math mega tips. Yeah, we explained this. So root 2 times 1, it is root 2, and then you just multiply by a 2, so that, because this is power 2, and then at the far end you say plus. You also 1 times 1, what is 1 squared? It is 1. Yeah, so meaning when you expand the denominator, you are going to have 3 plus 2 root 2. So 2 plus 1, these are like terms, so 3. So you really have to be smart and work very fast with mathematics. So now at this point we're just going to multiply by the conjugate. So this will be 3, 2 root 2, 3, 2 root 2. So the conjugate, always remember, here we have a plus, meaning we're going to have a minus. Yeah. So now let us multiply. We're just going to have negative 5 times 3, that is negative 15, plus negative and negative positive. 5 times 2, that's 10, plus we go to this one. This will multiply this, it also multiply the other thing. So root 2 times 3, it is 3 root 2, minus this one, root 2, it will multiply this here, so it's just going to be 2 root 2. So here what we have done, we said so let me just put it here. I feel uncomfortable and I feel like maybe someone hasn't understood. So we've multiplied these. What is root 2 times that? So the negative will just come here, and then also the 2, it is outside, meaning it is multiplying a 1. 2 times 1, 2, and then root 2 times root 2, it is just 2. So but remember, if you don't get to be clear somewhere, you can just screenshot wherever you are not clear, and then you inbox me on this line. Yeah, so I'll be waiting for you. So now we'll quickly conclude. So here this is 9 minus 4 root 2. So when you simplify everything here, you can use your method. You multiply this by this again by the other thing, you're still going to get the same. So we continue simplifying. Negative 15 minus 4, this one is 4 here. So negative 15 minus 4, that's negative 19, plus 10 plus 3, this is 13. So all this is over. 4 times 2, this is 8. So 9 minus 1, 9 minus 8, this is 1. So from here we just have negative 19 plus 3 root 2. Yeah, so this is the answer. We've rationalized. Yeah, so when you get to have questions not clear, just inbox me. Yeah, so I hope at least I've given you something to practice on. Oh, by the way, before I even go, let me even give you some quick work for you. Okay, so this is your work. Try to rationalize each of these. Yeah, so show me what you get and I'll correct if there's need.